G'day, mate. Welcome to Tiffany's Simply Blessed Crafts. I'm here from Australia to tell you you should be watching all these crafting videos with all these fine ladies. And what are you looking at me like that there, love?
Because
you feel it?
Your accent's getting a little, like, I don't know, weird. Like,
up and down and round, yeah. I suppose. Well, anyhow, it's because I'm not very good at using an Australian accent. But one second there. Look at this. We done caught the wild dingo. That's right. You gonna craft the stash with Mama today there, wild dingo? Help me, please.
Is it a wild dingo or is it a croc?
It's a croc. Crikey, it's a croc. Better put this croc back in the water now. There you go. Anyhow, loves, I hope you all enjoy and have a good time watching this video today. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Alright everyone, so Just Our Imagination. It is hosted by Kathy Jo DIYs, Rustic and Lace DIYs, and our guest host this month is Clary's Creations Part 2. Let's get into project number 1, you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed these. So our must-use items this month are tumbling tower blocks, which I'm going to be doing right now, an embroidery hoop, and acrylic nails. You guys, my acrylic nail project looked a little funky. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna work on our tumbling tower blocks here for a minute. So I grabbed out my Quick and Thick multi-surface tight bond glue. This stuff works amazing for tumbling tower blocks, if you guys did not know that. It dries really quick, and I end up gluing 5 of these down here. And when I do this, I say 2 of them, but I actually end up making 3 because I was not thinking clearly when I was putting this, or thinking straight when I was putting this together. But I ended up making 3 of these strips of 5. So 3 strips of 5, and then I'm going to glue 1 on the back, and I make sure that it is lined up directly on top of our bottom one here, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to grab 1 tumbling tower block, and I'm going to glue, or put glue on the bottom and 1 on the sides, and glue that to our one side there, as you see me do. And then I'm going to grab this one here, and we're going to glue that to this side, but we're going to do it sideways, as you see me do it doing here. And then we're going to do the same thing to this side, like that. And then we're going to put the top on top of this one. If you guys don't know what I'm making, we're making a cute little fireplace. I actually got this idea off of Pinterest, so this was not my original idea. Just shooting that out there. If I knew the original, I would shout them out because it was super cute. I did take it a step further and make it my own. They just ended up, I think they ended up painting it brown and keeping it in their original brown thing. I'm actually painting mine white. I get a little messy with the paint, and I realized that I didn't want to paint the top of it and everything, but I have these brick stencils, and I have kind of this reddish, it's almost like a red orange, I guess. Should have been a little bit more red, but anyway, it doesn't matter. This is from Tim Holtz. It's called Crackling Fire, and I'm using the stencil to go around in this, and the little stencil with my little dabber, and we're making bricks on this. So I thought this was very, very cute. It turns out adorable. And I actually get very, when I was editing this, probably left a little too much of this in because I get very wrapped up in what, watching the process in this for some reason. And I probably didn't need to show this. As you saw me do the one side, you probably didn't need me to show that. But I did all 4 sides of this. And then I do, off camera, paint the top and the bottom with hazelnut, I believe it is. And just to give it kind of like a wood texture. I did kind of want the wood on top of it. So I glue these little tiny trees down to the side of it because we're going to decorate it for Christmas. I have a couple of these greenery that have kind of like the wire in them. They're really stiff. I believe I got these from Amazon like a long time ago, like a couple years ago. I'm just basically breaking these off of like a pick that I actually had from a previous project. And I'm just kind of using them left over from a stash that I had from a previous project, like I said. And I'm just bending these to kind of the way I want them because this is going to be our garland kind of draped along our fireplace here. And then I'm gluing them a little down in the corners and along the top to kind of line them up. I didn't know how I was going to do the middle because I didn't want them to be kind of seen, but it ends up turning out okay. It actually looks really okay right there. But I grab a ribbon. This kind of has like a red and kind of a gold trim around it. And I just kind of wrap a little silver twist tie kind of around it to kind of hold it. And I kind of plop that in the middle of it. It's kind of a pretty big bow, but it's cute. And we're gonna kind of just glue that down to the middle of the garland here. I really wanted to add these stockings. I had the idea when I originally thought about making this fireplace that these stockings would be so cute, but they were so much bigger than what I was expecting them, and they are covering up my trees. So I was like, well, they look bigger than the dang fireplace. I can't really, so I had to take them off because I just didn't like the outcome of that. And I thought about making my own stockings, but I just didn't take the time to do it. I draped some kind of like silver gold, or that's not gold, silver like beads through the garland there. Right here I got these like really tiny bells. This is actually something that I got from a garage sale last year, and I'm just kind of trying to thread these with some of this thread right now. The bell thing is very in right now, and I thought it would be kind of cute to kind of add these to the side of the fireplace, like they're hanging off the garland. The only thing is that the only thread I had was this blue one, and it didn't really fit, but it is what it is, and that's the only thing I could fit, those little tiny bells in that thread. So, but it worked out okay, but it was kind of cute. It fit, and they do jingle even. And then I had the little light there that you can put in the fireplace. It was really cute. Anyway, project number 2, and you'll see all that in the final reveal, guys. I'll show that all good in the final reveal. So, embroidery hoop. Now, believe it or not, guys, this is actually the very first time I ever worked with a embroidery hoop. So, I wasn't real sure how. I was struggling a little bit to get this to kind of lock in there for me. I just wanted to use a piece of paper here, so I grabbed one of my pieces of paper here and just kind of pushed it down, and then got it to tighten up for me. And then I'm just going to trim the excess off here. once I got that all done, I was kind of fumbling through my pictures. I was looking for the owls. That's what I was trying to do here. And then that little owl is the one that I fell in love with. I wanted to make it a little bit thicker though. So I'm going to grab some cardstock that I actually got from Dollar Tree just recently. This is the first time I actually seen cardstock in my Dollar Tree, you guys. Now maybe I just wasn't looking for it, but it's actually the first time I ever seen cardstock in there. I've seen poster board. Poster board, yeah, fine. But cardstock, first time I ever seen cardstock. So I picked up like 2 packs of it. It's only $1.25 still. Crafting supplies is still $1.25, which is actually really nice. Anyway, so I just put the layer of the cardstock down behind our little owl there. Now, this is a kind of add-on thing. It doesn't really matter because you ain't gonna really see it, I realized in the back, but I did grab one of the filters from coffee filters to kind of add a little bit of texture in the back, because I thought, well, let's decorate the back just a tiny bit. I do dirty it up a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more of a grungy, like, rustic look. But it didn't really, like I said, you ain't gonna really see it, so I am going to use this lid here to kind of just cut around it. I want it to kind of look like the circle, so we're just gonna kind of do that. I do kind of want it to like stick out a little bit more, so we're kind of gonna make it 3D in a way. That's my mindset. So we're gonna kind of have this have something behind it to make it pop. Anyway, long story short, I do go around with that a little bit of our deoxide as well. Alexa, alarm off, please. Sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, after I get that all cut out, I use this little bottle cap that I have sitting on my desk. Just something to just prop our little owl up here to get him to pop out of our little picture here. Now, I wanted to use these little glasses. Our owl needed a little pair of glasses. And he turned out just adorable. Look at those little glasses on his face. I don't know. She just looks adorable with the little flowers in her hair, the little glasses, just cute. Anyway, moving on. You can blame Tasha and from Sunflower Tasha and Joanna from Joanna's DIY Life for those ones. They got me addicted to those. Anyway, so this is why I said you didn't really get to see much of the background in it, because I ended up going around and adding a bunch of greenery around the picture. So I was like, well, now it looks just too plain. So now we got to add a bunch of greenery and stuff to kind of fill in the background. So I grabbed a bunch of greenery. I grabbed some of these like pine picks. These ones are a little bit more sparkly. They are kind of like more like they're almost like eucalyptus leaves and stuff. So I kind of added those kind of around there and kind of filled it in a little bit more. And then I have like, I don't know, like the other ones up there. I'm not sure what those are called, but I do add a couple of those ones down at the very bottom. They almost remind me of fern ones, but they're not fern. Like, yeah, these ones right here. I do add those kind of towards the bottom a little bit. And then I wanted to cover up the metal part up here at the very top. So I added this little holly berry thing. And then here, this is where we go bougie and put a little necklace on our little owl here. So our little owl has a bougie necklace. It's like I couldn't stop. Like I had to add more to it. So we give her a little pearl necklace. And then we go a little bit more bougie. And this is actually another thing that came from the same garage sale that those bells came from. She made her own ornaments. The garage sale that I was at, they were cleaning out like her mom's stash, I think. She used to do a bunch of crafts and stuff like that, I think. So I picked up a ton of her stuff. Like, I remember making this kind of stuff when I was like little with my mom and stuff, so it was like very sweet. So like I just added to it because I really liked the gold and the red. It like really popped. So I brought those out. So here we are with the dreaded acrylic nails. I picked this thing. There's supposed to be 80 pieces of it from the Dollar Tree. I don't do nails, guys. I mean, I was looking, I wanted to find enough. I had an idea for 2 projects. Only one panned out. And I don't know if this is necessarily a pan out. I grabbed one of these little Dollar Tree birdhouses. I did paint it with English ivy green. And then here I'm dumping out all the nails. So my idea was to give it like a kind of a texture of a roof. I don't know. It just ended up looking like teeth on a roof. It just looked funky as heck. It didn't look so bad once I got it done and painted. But it looked funky. Once it was painted, it was fine. But before, I don't know, guys. It just looks funky. Anyway, I was also had an idea about trying to make a poinsettia flower to go on top of our little birdhouse. But that looked really weird. I ended up just cutting the complete thing out because it didn't work out in the end at all. And I didn't like, I had to try to cover up one of the little holes in it in the birdhouse and stuff, and it just went haywire. So I didn't even show you guys because I should have, but I didn't. Because not all the projects turn out, but it doesn't matter. I did use these, like I said, and I'm gonna try to show you that this kind of gets a little off kilter, and I kind of wanted to kind of line this up a little bit. So I ended up trimming some of these off and kind of filling that in a little bit. You ain't gonna see it, but I kind of wanted to just show you that I kind of tried to fill in to kind of level it out a little bit more to where it's not gonna look, I don't know, so it's not going to make the other ones look weird. I didn't want no blank spots. But it looks like teeth. It looks like weird teeth on a birdhouse roof, guys. It just it looks weird. Anyway, moving on. I think that's all I show you. Now we're gonna go in. Now, like I said, I'm not familiar with acrylic nails. I think these ones you could actually just painted with nail polish or something, but I don't have a whole lot of nail polish. I'm not much for painting my nails. I got really chubby fingers, so I don't like nail polish on my nails, to be honest with you. I don't like the way it looks. And so I went with I did put a little bit of Mod Podge on it to make sure that it was going to take the paint okay, because I didn't know how it was going to take. So I went that route and I painted it with 2 coats of my copper paint. And I didn't mind this. Now, I ended up thinking that I kind of screwed it up a little bit more by adding snow on top of the roof, which was the whole reason why I didn't like it in the first place, because the white looked like teeth. So now we're kind of getting back to where it looks like teeth again. I don't know, guys. You'll have to let me know what you think. But now it just looks like white teeth again. I don't know. But we're in the winter time, so it kind of has to look like it's a snow-covered roof. But now it just looks weird again. I did put a little red bow on top of the little bird house here. I did get this from the same garage sale that all of that other stuff came from. Like I said, I got a bunch of supplies here. I did trim back some of her little weird looking toes. They were really long. And then I trimmed back some of the wire and stuff too, because we're going to need that. Grab some of my polyfill, and we're just going to fill the snow around the bottom here now to give it a little bit more snow covered, since I didn't paint it. I just do that all the way around the birdhouse on the bottom. Don't burn yourself. And then we're going to glue the little birdie right on top of the little perch. There, like that. Anyway, guys, so these were my 3 projects using my must-use items. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm fine with the first 2. They look cute. My little bougie owl. I'm not quite sure about the teeth birdhouse, but we'll let you guys make that decision. Let me know what you guys think of my my teeth birdhouse. I don't know, guys. Anyways, thank you guys all for coming over here, watching, and I hope you guys all enjoy. Make sure you guys go check everybody else out. Go give our host some love, and go subscribe to Clary. Give her some love. She does amazing work. She deserves it. She deserved to win. She does great stuff, guys. Go give her some love. Go subscribe. Go tell her that I told you guys so, and give her a heart on her comments. Tell her that I love her, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. God bless you all, and I can't wait to have you guys see what we're going to come up with next. And wave bye to Ryan. Love y'all. God bless. Bye.